Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. I am Taco Minaj, and today I am going to be doing my annual drag anniversary video. And I know that I am a little late because my drag anniversary is April 14th, but I have been doing a lot of shows, and I try not to do my makeup when I have a little bit of facial hair coming in like I do right now, but I want to make sure that I'm dedicating my time to celebrating and honoring my drag persona. So I am sitting down and I am doing it right now. And I am going to go off camera really quick to run through my base, and then I am going to be doing one of my eyes off camera as well, so you will be able to see how I do the other eye. But the original look that I always do involves blue eyeshadow, a pink blush, and a red lip, as well as a blue outfit and a pink wig. So that was the first ever look that I did using what I had at the time. But we can talk about that as I am finishing up the rest of my makeup. So I am going to go off camera really quick. I will be back, and then we will get this show on the road. Alright, so now that I have my base done and I have one eye complete, I am going to do the other eye, and we're going to get into how I feel about drag and give you all a drag update. So I have been performing a lot more in drag, and I am so happy because this is something that I want to do, and something I want to do full time and have it be a good escape from my full-time warehouse job. That I have and appreciate but do not love completely. What I love completely is drag, and like I've said before, drag has really given me a reason to live, in a sense that many of you may not understand, but I truly used to feel really suicidal and depressed and like I didn't belong anywhere. And I know I've talked about this before, but I'm just for those who have not seen my channel, I just wanted to be open with everybody on why drag means so much to me. I was hospitalized in Children's Memorial Hospital for 10 days with people who had attempted suicide, and it just really made me feel lost, and I didn't feel like I belonged growing up in a small town, being one of two gay people in my town. And when I discovered drag after high school, I was like, all right, well, this seems cool. This seems like a great medium for me. I really like to dance. I cannot sing. I've always admired women's fashion a lot more than I've admired men's fashion. And I have been obsessed with Nicki Minaj, as you guys know, clearly. And one thing that I've always loved is her hair and how much it changed and all that. And so I feel like drag was a happy medium for me. And so when I finally got when I started playing in makeup, I started feeling really, I started feeling like I had a creative outlet finally, and I really appreciated it, and I just started focusing on that, and then I started performing, and I will never forget how much energy and a great feeling of this electric, just powering a vibe that I got from the audience cheering for me. And last year I started doing a lot more shows, and then this year I'm trying to continue that, but continue to expand on it and continue to do even more and more shows. I would love to have shows 5 nights a week everywhere, and make that my full-time career, and I'm hoping to branch out soon. I did a show at Charlie's in Chicago, so I am hoping to find more open stage nights and just meet new people, and hopefully just keep on getting more and more shows everywhere I can, because this is what I want to do with my life, and this is where I see myself going, and this has been such a great creative outlet for me, and something that I can like express and invest in, that is mine, that I have created. And one of my favorite things about it is I feel like this has really shown me how loved and supported I am by people, because like I get a lot of my coworkers coming to my shows, and that is the most important thing. Like, I can be as beautiful as I want to be on the internet, like I am right now, but I want to entertain. I want to be a way for everybody to escape from the real life, and I want to like allow people to have like a moment to breathe and just have fun and enjoy life, because that's what I get on stage. Is just like a moment for me to breathe and forget about all the shit that I deal with in my everyday life, and I get to entertain people and make everybody feel like everything is okay, because like this world can easily feel like not everything is okay, but I want to remind people that life is fun and you don't have to take life so seriously, you know? So I know that most of the people who watch my YouTube channel are just like my friends and family, and thank you for the support. It really means a lot to me. In August 4th of 2023, I have this big show at 115 Bourbon Street in Marionette Park, and it is one of my favorite places ever to perform because the stage is so huge. I will leave the ticket information in the description. I really want everybody to go to that because I'm putting a lot of effort into that, and I really want everybody to see me in a way that I don't get to perform at a bar, you know what I mean? Not that it's a bad thing in any way, sense, or form, but like being able to have this like bigger stage, I can put on bigger productions, and I can really perform the way that I've been wanting to perform since I was a little kid. I feel like I am a star, and that stage that I get makes me feel like the star that I am. So I would love it if everybody could make it, if possible. So please, I know I don't normally like ask people to go to my shows because I don't want to be that person, but this is an exception, and I would really love it if everybody could make it to that. Again, it is Friday, August 4th, so please get your tickets and please be there. The creative aspect of drag has been such an essential part of my life and has really given me a chance to challenge and grow my mind mentally. Aside from like learning all of the valuable lessons that drag has taught me working with others, and how to be a great entertainer, and taught me a lot about people as a whole. And I mean, when I say that, I have had some crazy audience experiences that I am thinking about writing into like some kind of a book, or maybe just having like one really long video talking about like some of the crazy shit the audience has done, because some of the shit is wild as fuck. But I just really appreciate all of the creativeness that I get from it, and like how I can reference anything that I want to reference or not reference, and just perform and get a lot of my energy out while receiving energy from people and getting paid for it. Truly, it is a great art form for me, and this is something that I want to do more. And I know I keep saying that, but I want to just really manifest myself getting a lot more shows and creating a lot more opportunities for myself and all of that fun stuff, you know. Like, this is what I want to do in life, and I love the art form so much. Like, I love watching everybody else do drag as much as I love like watching my own videos of me doing drag, which is, I hope, not narcissistic in a way, but a lot of times I like to watch my videos for my performances just to figure out how I can be a better entertainer for everybody. I'm constantly pushing myself and challenging myself to do like more and better things, and I want to really figure out how I can do that at a more accelerated pace, and like really get to doing like bomb ass fucking numbers. And all that fun stuff, you know, like I'm ready to challenge myself, and I mean it's been long enough, and as soon as I get like enough like mind power to figure out how to execute stuff and execute it well, I'm going to be so proud of myself, because I feel like I have had some kind of like a mental block with like figuring out how to make stuff, and I don't understand why. It's like something that that just stops me, and I overthink, but as soon as I figure out how to get the like creative ideas into something where I'm executing it and seeing it come to fruition, I'm going to be even more proud of myself than what I already am, I should say, really, because I'm already like really proud of myself, and I am really happy with how much like support that I have gotten. Like truly, again, I'm just gonna keep sounding like a broken record, and I don't give a fuck, but I cannot thank everybody enough, those who come to my shows as often as you guys can, and for those who haven't even been to a single show, like what are you guys waiting for? Like I get a lot of messages from people saying, oh, I can't wait to make it to one of your shows, I need to go to one of your shows. Why is it always I need to go to one of your shows? Why not just support me regularly? Because I pride myself on being extremely versatile. You guys will never see me do like the same thing too often. I have a lot of different outfits, a lot of different wigs, just a lot of different looks, and a lot of different concepts, and a lot of the shows that I do have different themes, so I always keep it fresh and I always keep it true to myself. So there's a lot of exciting things to see for those who want to regularly come see me, and that is what I would really appreciate the most, is just people who constantly see me evolve and see me just grow in something that I really want to continue to grow and continue to change in. And I hope you guys can see that by all the different looks that I've done throughout the year for my anniversary. It's something that I have started, and it's something where I want to do the same like theme of makeup, but just in the style of where I'm at in my drag career. So it's always like, or not drag career, I guess like drag like style with my makeup, and it's something that's going to constantly evolve, and I want everybody to come see that and see me at my best, you know, like I feel like I'm at my best when I am on stage and when I am entertaining everybody and then just like getting my entire life, you know? There is this whole world of creativity out there where you can see how people's minds work, and you can inspire people just by being yourself. And that's one of the things that I also appreciate about drag, is that I get a lot of feedback from my friends telling me how much inspiration they get from me, and how, oh, I can never perform on stage, it's too like I'm too shy to do that. And I love being that for them. I feel like a lot of people live kind of like vicariously through me, and I love inspiring people because I draw a lot of inspiration from Whitney Cummings, as you guys know, is my favorite person ever, and I listen to her podcast religiously, and I get a lot of joy and entertainment as well from her podcast, and I realized that I can give that back to people in my own way, where I can be that outlet for people. And that's something that I want to do, and something that I really admire so much about drag, because ultimately I do drag because I want to be creative, and I want to dance, and I want to like just entertain people, but at that same time, what I'm also doing is inspiring people with my creativity, and like helping people be themselves and allowing people to be themselves through what I do. So I think from a very young age, I've always just wanted to help people, because there's a lot of people out here who need help, and I don't want to get into the medical field because I don't do well around gore and all that stuff, especially like real life stuff. Like I can watch a movie and like I can do all the like bloody things that I do on stage because I know that it's not real, but like all that real stuff really scares me. Um, but I feel like what I can do in my own way is help people be themselves and realize that it's okay for people to be themselves. I am a very vulnerable person, especially in person with my close friends, and I feel like I allow people to be themselves through me just being open and honest about everything. I like to talk about things that are taboo, and I like to crack jokes a lot and kind of like lightly roast my friends because I feel like we just can't take life too seriously, and I want everybody to know that we can get so much joy out of laughter, and they say that laughter is the best medicine, and I honestly agree with that. I am just like so thankful for like the way that we can like throw really fun and playful and loving shade to other performers. Like honestly, some of the best times at drag shows for me are like the backstage talk while everybody's changing and all that. And sometimes I just want to like chill back there and just like talk, but I love performing too much, so that's why I also have to perform as well, because obviously that's why we're there, is to be entertained and to entertain people. But like honestly, I could like seriously just chill backstage and just like have like a really good conversation with everybody and just like I don't know, vibe with people. It really is an experience, and I would love if everybody could experience that through what I do and through having my friends on my channel and having other performers on my channel. This way, you guys can get like an insight of what that's like backstage, where we're just like talking and throwing around some banter and spilling a little tea every once in a while. It really is like I just feel like it's just gonna sound like a broken record, me trying to articulate how much I just love this art form and how much I love being able to express myself. But like, it truly is the world, and it's the most essential part of my life now. And like, it makes me feel alive, and it makes me feel like I am powerful and that I'm on top of the world. And it gives me a feeling of belonging somewhere finally. Like I have like a sisterhood of people, and I have like a lot of my supporters who come and support me, and like everything really keeps me going and has given me goals and reasons to like not end my life the way that I wanted to at one point in my life. And it just means so much to me, and obviously I'm really affected by the like bands that are going around. Thankfully, I live in Chicago, where I don't see that happening soon, at least. Maybe one day it will. Never say never. I hope it doesn't. And I'm hoping that we can all advocate and fight back and allow people to just be who they are and allow people to entertain. Like, I don't know. I just feel like drag is not what people are afraid it is. You know, I mean, there are some nightclubs and bars where you have to be 21 and up to go see performers, and some performers like to dress and perform in a way that is explicit. But just like movies, TV, music, any kind of media can all be censored for kids. And I feel like the people who are trying to put these drag bans are using kids as an excuse to like start fear mongering and to start a lot of ignorance. Because like if you go to drag queen story hours, people are a lot more dressed from head to toe than we have like very famous pop stars or like movies that parents have on in front of their kids. Like, it is like, I am appalled in how far people are reaching to say that this is like only a perverse thing. Like, I've done, from my own experience, I have done a drag brunch that was outside, and I was asked to make sure that it is all PG-13 because people can walk by, and I had no problem with editing myself. Anything can get edited. I mean, look at all of the music that we have nowadays that has clean versions of it. Like, I just feel like it's a shitty excuse, honestly, and I wish that people would stop this ignorance and stop this hate, because ultimately it boils down to homophobia. And like, what it's really doing is telling parents how to parent their kids, and people don't want to listen to what other people have to say. People like to follow rules. I mean, like, look at the whole mask mandate thing, how like much people were against that, and like, oh, I don't want my kids to have to go to school like this. And like, it's just like, you can't, my body, my choice. Well, same thing with other things like abortion and like gay marriage and like the drag bans. Like, if you don't want it, don't be around it, but don't try to take away like basic fucking rights. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And like, don't come at me with some like ignorant bullshit that's just fear mongering. Like, really take the time to understand like who drag queens really are. And that's why I like to be so vulnerable, and that's why I like to educate people as much as I can, because I want to show everybody that we're not just this one thing. I'm more of a conceptual queen. I have a lot of pageant queens, and there are a lot of campy queens. There's so much. Like, drag is this, again, huge art form for a lot of people to unleash their creativity, and it's like more than one thing, and it's not what you think it is. Like, really sit down and get to know somebody and get to know like a few people. This way you get more than just one side of one person's story. This way you can see like everything as a whole. Like, if you're wondering about it, like, come to one of my drag shows if you've never been to one, and like experience what it is, because all it is just entertainment. It is art. It is a lot of people's passions and creativity, like my own. So I would love for people to challenge their ideas and like come experience it. Like, see it for yourself with just an open mind. Because I feel like if we all have an open mind, instead of being left or right, if we're all just together in the middle, even though that sounds crazy to some people, I feel like the more we can understand how to be one whole like species, I feel like is what can really help everybody come together more, instead of having everything be so black and white. There's a huge gray area in everything. I feel like honestly everything is a spectrum, and like that's something else that I want to advocate for, is for everybody to just figure out how to do what's best for everybody as a whole. You know, I know it may not be easy, and a lot of people don't want to do that, obviously, which is why we have the world we live in today. But I just genuinely believe if we like look at the species, human race, as one entity, we can be more understanding with everybody, be more patient, less judgmental with everything, you know? I don't know, I'm ranting right now. Let me finish my makeup, and I will be back with a completed look and all that. And there you have it. We have the first ever Taco Minaj look recreated, which is an annual thing that I do, and this is this year's look. So I am very excited with how this turned out, and I know that a lot of people are wondering why I have been doing my white contacts and some blood coming from my eyes, and it is because I use drag as a way for me to heal myself and a way to heal all the pain that I go through. So I have been just dealing with some everyday shit that everybody else does. I am not unique, I am not special to having like day-to-day pains and struggles like everybody else does, but this is how I like to heal from it, and I love putting that emotion and the emotions that I feel into my performances, and I love to be able to use that as a creative outlet to express my pain. This is a very healing thing for me, and one of the also great benefits and pluses from doing drag is that I can do creative shit like this, and I can do like just anything that allows me to heal and feel things the way that I need to heal and feel things, you know? Like, again, it is a huge creative art, and I like to put my art on display in a way that allows me to heal. And that is why I feel like drag is also great for me mentally, because I can use this as a coping mechanism for shit that I deal with in life. So drag is very, very important to me, and I know that for other people, it's just as important for them. I know a lot of people do drag for different reasons, and honestly, it's all valid, and we're just out here trying to entertain the masses. So this has been another episode of Let's Talk About It. I am Taco Minaj. Thank you guys so much for watching, and here is to hoping that I get even more shows and I get to have a lot more opportunities for me to express my creativeness. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!